Alright, so before I get into the video, I actually forgot to mention that this is an episode of First and Final. And if this is your first time watching, it's a two-part video, and the first part is my first reaction to the first trailer for a certain movie or show or other. And then the second part is going to be my final review once I've seen the final thing. So yeah, that's what we're going to be getting into for Nope. So this will be my Nope reaction and my Nope review all wrapped into one. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. What is up, everyone? It's me, J-Rod the filmmaker, former filmmaker, frequent fighting gamer from Philadelphia, and I am here to react to a very, very, very special movie trailer. This is going to be the trailer reaction to Nope, the newest Jordan Peele movie that I have no idea what is going to happen in. I have nothing to reference this on except for the fact that it's a Jordan Peele movie. Daniel Kaluuya is back. Keke Palmer is also starring in this. That is it. That's literally all I have to go on. So, yeah, like, what do I even say? Except for the fact that I'm hyped for this movie. Either way, Jordan Peele is definitely one of those directors and producers where once you hear his name, it's like, I trust that product. I want to check it out. I think it's going to be hype. Not only do we have his films like Us and Get Out, which the year Get Out came out, it was easily my favorite movie. The theatrical experience for that movie was amazing. And Us is one of those things where the more I rewatch it, the more I start to love it and the more I learn about it, you know, and I see how he really crafted this narrative. Like, it seems really intricate once you start to learn more and more and more. And then also, one of my favorite movies from last year, 2021, was Candyman. Not directed by Jordan Peele. It was directed by Nia DaCosta, but it was produced by Jordan Peele. And I just feel like he has that eye. He knows, he has that eye for good scripts, good actors, great casting. And the movie, when it comes out, the final film, is just, oh, it's so good. And it's also one of those films where you never know what to expect. Even when you think you know what to expect, you still have no idea what to expect. And I just can remember how many trailers I saw for Get Out that made you think you knew the movie you were going to see. But once you finally saw the movie, you're like, oh yeah, there was no way that a trailer would really explain this premise better than going and seeing it yourself. So that's how I feel Nope is going to be. I could try to explain it. This trailer is gonna try to explain it, but I feel like until I see that final movie in the theaters, I still have no idea what I'm getting myself into. But I'm definitely gonna see this final movie when it comes out. I'm gonna get the date. I'm gonna get the ticket drop date, and I want to be one of the first people to see this movie because I am excited. I haven't been more excited for a theatrical experience since Get Out. I don't know. Like, I'm really hyped for this. Well, maybe Black Panther. That was also a crazy theatrical experience. But yeah, without further ado, I gotta check out this trailer for Nope. It came out yesterday, so it came out 2 days ago, according to this. So I feel like I'm one of the only people in the world who have not seen this. So let me rectify that right now.
Did you know that the very first assembly of photographs to create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse? And that man is
I didn't know that.
Great-great-grandfather.
Great.
There's another great-grandfather. But that's why back at the Haywood Ranch, as the only black-owned horse trainers in Hollywood, we like to say, since the moment pictures could move, we had skin in the game.
I'm just very intrigued. Nothing really even happened yet. Okay, something is happening now. We lost all power? Jordan, where do you get the gall, the sheer moxie to make a trailer like this?
What's a bad miracle? They got a word for that.
Yeah. See ya.
Nah. Run!
I was gonna say stuff, but now I'm speechless. Keke. July. And right now, this trailer just dropped. It's February. It's nearing the end of February, but we're still in February. So we got 5 more months to figure out what the heck was going on. I'm like, I don't know what that... I can't even explain what that trailer just did, but I am like... I'm still in suspense, and the trailer is off. Like, I feel pins and needles. I feel like electricity just like coursing through my arms for some reason. And I don't even know what that was. I don't know what is going on, but I know for a fact that I'm going to be there day one. And how does he do this every time? I know it's Jordan Peele. I know it's probably going to be super creepy, but still, he shows you these people that you're familiar with. Daniel and Keke and Steve Yeun is in there. And it lulls you into this false sense of security. And then instantly, as soon as you feel a little bit secure, boom, the lights go off. The flip switches. Everything turns. It gets deep. It gets dark. It is not even, I can't even say it's like horror. It's not, nothing scary happened yet. It's just the suspense, the sheer tension building in the air because of flipping from one, the table turning from one tone to another. Bravo. I didn't see the movie yet, but give him the Emmy, give him the Oscar, give him the Tony, give him the Webby, this is going to be something crazy. That's all I know. I don't know anything about this movie, but I know it's going to be something crazy. So guys, tell me how you felt about that trailer for Nope, Jordan Peele's newest film, coming in July 22nd, 2022, 7/22/22. So, like I said, I'm going to be there. I'm going to try to be there day one. Maybe not, but I'm going to try to see this movie as soon as I can. And yeah, I'm very excited for it. I don't know how you guys feel, but yeah, like I said, I'm super excited. Alright, what is up? It's me, J-Rod from the future, and we are back to review our final reaction or final thoughts of Nope, the newest Jordan Peele film of 2022. And guys, long story short, let's just say that I did love this movie. I'm going to start off with a spoiler-free review, just give my general thoughts about the film, and then I'm going to get into details with the spoilers. So when you hear that spoiler warning, you know to get up out of here, check the movie out for yourself, and then come back and see what I had to say. But just for my spoiler-free thoughts of Nope, I actually really did enjoy this film. It was kind of like 3 different films rolled into one. Like, there was a really upbeat and wholesome family story there. There was a really dark and sinister horror type story there, as well as in the final act there was this triumphant cowboy heroic type of action film, and all of that together really made up Nope. So I think if you're interested in any one of those, you would definitely enjoy this film. And I think that is one of my favorite parts about Nope, is that at this point, I think some people, know what to expect from Jordan Peele's direction. They kind of think they know what to expect from Daniel Kaluuya in acting, even Keke Palmer in acting. But guys, you have no idea what you're expecting with this movie. The characters are different. The film is different. The story is different. The way that they just interpret and attack these characters. Personally, I'm probably going to watch every single Jordan Peele movie that comes out, even if Daniel Kaluuya is the star of all of them. And it's just looking at the way he played the main character of Get Out versus the way he played the main character of Nope. And then you got other films that Daniel Kaluuya starred in, like Widows. I've known him since Skins, so you might have also seen him in Skins. He was in Black Panther. All of these different roles from Daniel are so drastically different. They talk different, they walk different, they feel different, they interact with people differently. And Otis was just personally one of my favorites. I love the attitude that he just gave off. He just was done. He was tired. He did not have time for anybody. And that really, he didn't have to say it because he was a man of few words. He was really soft-spoken. But his attitude and the way he felt just exuded from the way he was standing, the way he would talk, and the little looks he would give to, like, Keke Palmer's character, Emerald, and even other characters. You knew exactly what was on his mind even when he wasn't saying it. And I really love this character. And also how he somewhat, started to develop and come out of his shell towards the end of the film, but he stayed tried and true to what that character was and what that character, meant in this film. The other performances were also great. Keke Palmer did an amazing job. Steve Yeun's character was great. And his whole, side tangent of the story was, I still think about it to this very day. Who else? Keith David was in this. Not someone who I expected. I didn't really see him in the promo material because he has, a kind of short role in this. But he was in it. He did a great job. All of the actors just did an amazing job in this film. But the writing and directing is really where I fell in love, because I come to these Jordan Peele films like there's a puzzle to be put together, like there's a mystery to solve, and that makes the watching of this film just really enjoyable. I'm always on my toes, always on the edge of my seat. I want to see what's next. I never really want to take out my phone and see how long the movie is, because I'm just deeply engaged and entrenched in the story. And I think because of all of that, Nope was a successful story. It was a great story. It was amazing. And I think that if you are interested in the film, if you like Jordan Peele's direction, if you like horror films, if you like black horror films, if you like sci-fi fantasy films, I don't want to spoil too much. And maybe, if I say that, I'm going to spoil it, so I'll save that for the spoiler reviews. But I think you will enjoy Nope if you're interested in any or all of these different elements, because it brings them all together in such a masterful way. And overall, the story was the most important thing, and the story here is really good. It's rock solid. The direction of it is clear and clean. The visuals are really nice. They're dark, they're crisp, and yeah, everything I look for in a film, this film had. So yeah, I recommend Nope if you are on the fence about seeing it still. The reason I just recently watched it is because it just came to on demand and might be streaming soon. So yeah, if you didn't want to see it in theaters, you will get a chance to check it out starting now, probably, if you're interested in just checking it out on demand. So let's get into the spoilers of this film. I'm not going to be here too much longer, but I do want to just say a little bit more about the film and the story. Here's your official spoiler warning before I start to spoil. And before I went to see this film, there was actually a trailer. I don't go to the theater that much anymore, so I think this trailer was before Thor, Love and Thunder. And this trailer gave a little bit more of the story than all the previous trailers have. The trailers had been really mysterious, but this trailer that I saw really got into talking about extraterrestrials and them trying to get a shot of a UFO. And I was like, dang, Personally, I kind of wish I hadn't gotten those details, because I really like the mystery and the puzzle of the film, like I said before. But yeah, so I was worried that this trailer kind of started to spoil some of the story that I didn't really want to know. But when you actually get into the film, you find that there is still some plot twists that need to turn. Even if you think you know what it's going to be about, there is still just a whole nother aspect to this film where it's like, yes, but also no. And I think that was one of the really good parts about it, that there's still the mystery to solve of what is going on in this film. And even if you've seen the full film like I have, there's still some mystery to it. There's still some theory crafting to be had. There is still some, what did that mean to the story, and what did that mean, and is that true, and where does this and the questions of how all of this phenomena originated, where did it come from, what does it mean, we're probably never going to get the answer to it. I doubt we're getting a Nope 2, but just wondering and theory crafting and theorizing and writing, it just makes the entire experience of this movie live far beyond when you've seen the movie and the theatrical experience. That was one of my favorite parts about Get Out, is that it just had one of the best theatrical experiences ever. And so I'm sure that Nope definitely was in a similar vein. I still enjoyed this film from home. I probably enjoyed it more because I had subtitles and I was able to rewind when I missed something. I was able to pause and things like that probably, you know, enhanced the viewing in my opinion, because it was a personal viewing for myself and I got to go at the pace that I wanted to go at and the time that I wanted to watch and things like that. But I know, like, I think this is objectively a really good movie. Technically, it's a really good movie. On paper, I think this is a really good movie. And so yeah, like I said, the story of it and like Steven Yeun's tangent of the story, I have no idea what that means for the overall story, why that was in there, and why Jordan Peele thought that that was an important part. But I know that he thought it was important, because otherwise he wouldn't have put it there. Like, everything else in this film feels really meticulously placed and crafted and purposeful, that I gotta believe that was it Gordy sequence had like a bigger bearing on the story than I even know of. But it was just really good straight throughout, and I think there was a little bit of familiar and like, okay, I saw this coming, I expect this, but then there was a lot of unfamiliar and just changing it up, turning on a dime, taking those tropes and doing something completely different with them that really kept me on my toes. And that's what really kept me interested in this film, because like I said, it was unique. It was like nothing I've ever seen before, even though at certain times it made you think you were going in a way of something you've seen before. But yeah, I just really loved like the contrast of the two main characters, Otis and Emerald. I really loved that dichotomy because they were so close, they were so alike, they were so believable as brother and sister, yet at the same time they were very like opposing each other. Otis was so quiet throughout the entire film. He said very few words, and when he did say something, it was had a nice, you know, room tone. It was a nice inside voice. And Emerald was so loud, and not even just literally loud, but like her outfits were loud, her movements were loud. Like whenever she came into a room, all the attention was just directed over there. Whereas Otis was kind of in the background. He was in the shadows, and that was like literally and metaphorically at times, because that's what his character called for: being in the back, taking care of things, but not being heard and not being seen unless we wanted to see him. That was very much what his character was about as a horse wrangler, and I just thought, yeah, they really embodied it so well. Like, I know at this point that Daniel Kaluuya is from the UK. He has a British accent. I've seen him in Skins.
Yeah, right, we're 1-1. Right, you get me? This Braham lubed up, man. Right, but got bare shit on his forehead and thing.
What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Sorry. Got a bit carried away there.
When I was watching this film, I believe that this man was a real horse wrangler that has been doing it all his life on his family farm. Like, I don't know if there is any overlap. Maybe he was a real life horse wrangler, but I just believed it. Like, whatever he acts as, I just believe it. And I think that's just the tell of a great actor. Visually, this film did some amazing things, and if you've been here for a while, something that I just cannot get over is the use of low light, and how you can use way more low light these days than ever before because the camera quality is so good. Just the resolution can go up so high that you can do these really, really dark scenes with very little light and still get a lot of detail. And I think Jordan Peele used that amazingly in this film, because there were a lot of scenes that called for low light because the power was going out or because they were outside on the farm and there's not a lot of outdoor lighting. But it just created these really dark and mysterious shots that caused you to look around and get as much visual information as you can, because it wasn't a lot. Like, there were a lot of blacks, a lot of shadows, a lot of deep darks. So any light and reflection and any glimmer just popped out at you and really caught your eye. And I just love that sort of dichotomy, because thinking about it now, it kind of reminds you of like a night sky, a starry sky, space, and how there's these little lights, these little artifacts that can catch your attention all over, but it's really just a vastness, a deep vastness of black and dark. And yeah, it's like that's why I said this movie feels so purposeful and so meticulously crafted, because every time I think of an element, I can think about, it makes perfect sense for him to use that element because it does this for the story. It makes perfect sense because it references this and reminds me of this. And yeah, it just puts you in the perfect mood for this. Now, like I said, it was almost like 3 parts. So this film is not really that scary. It has its scary moments, it has its horror sequences, but I think overall the film is about like a third of the film is scary. About 33% of the film is scary, whereas there's a really good first act, you know, then there's a really good third act, and you don't really have to be scared the whole time, but I think that middle mysterious, unknown, just creepy, dark scariness brings both of those bookends of the story together in such a nice and concise way. But yeah, I mean, like, what else can I say about the film? Because I do want to make sure I make all the points that I want to make. Now, there is one thing, is that I have a film that I think is the best film of the year, and I had an asterisk on it that the only film I think can be better than this of the year is probably going to be Nope. Now, I'm not going to reveal what that film is, and I'm not going to reveal which of the two films I think are better, because I'm saving that for an end of the year video when I talk about everything that I've watched this year. So yeah, I'll tell you guys then. But Nope is definitely a contender for film of the year. Whether it could edge out that other film that I was thinking about, that will be determined. I'm going to rewatch both of them, and I'm really going to put them to the test. But I think if this is not the best film of the year, at least it is the second best film of the year. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm sticking to. Had a bunch of things that I loved. A bunch of actors. Used them well. Used all of its elements well. And I think that if you're interested in Jordan Peele films, mysterious films, sci-fi films, any of the sorts, Daniel Kaluuya or Keke Palmer films, Steve Yeun films, I think you're going to be interested in this one, and I think you should check it out. So that is going to be my review of Nope. It's positive all around. I had nothing bad to say about this film. Like, even the runtime of it was great. I didn't feel like it lingered too long or it cut off too short. Not too hot, not too cold. This film felt just right. And so that is my final thoughts about Nope. Yeah, I wanted to see it in theater, so about that, I do have a little bit of regrets, but about the actual film, I'm so happy I saw it. I love everything about it, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if this is the best film that this year has to offer. But that is going to be it for this one, you guys. So do me a favor before you get out of here and hit me with the 3-hit combo. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you guys next time in another new video. We got at least one more first and final video before the year is out. Comment what you think is going to be on, and I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. But that's going to be it. Peace out. When you fully charge that move, it only knocks back a little bit. Yeah. The movement is so good. The characters are so floaty. So in 1v1s, there's a lot of time where you're just